1A football, Monroe Central at Adams Central. We thought it could play out this way with two of the top 10 teams in the state. It has. Monroe Central undefeated heading into Monroe Friday night for a 7:30 kick against the Jets. How do you see this one playing out? Because you take a look at this Monroe Central team, their numbers are staggering. They're giving up defensively 4 points a game. That's not, I know the competition hasn't been great, but still, you're giving up 4 points a game. They've only given up double-digit points once this season.
That's crazy. And I don't care what kind of schedule you play. Monroe Central plays a tough schedule, so they're not playing patsies. But to only get average giving up 4 points a game through 11 games is just amazing. Now, what can Adams Central do against them? You got to get Drew Schultz going. I think this is a game where he's really going to have to dominate, maybe on both sides of the ball, since Schultz is very solid defensively too. But getting that running game going and getting some points on the board, long extended drives, but points as well. I mean, you can put long drives in between the 20s, but if you're not scoring points, you're not going to beat Monroe Central. So this is a very, very difficult game for Adams Central. But I feel they have played the teams necessary to prepare them for a game like this. But easier said than done. I think Monroe Central is just those like you said, those stats defensively are just staggering.
Yeah, Adams Central has scored in double digits in every game. Of course, that counts their loss to Woodland. And again, Monroe Central's given up double digits once. I mean, that's kind of that's what it's going to come down to me. Can Adams Central score enough to beat this Monroe Central team? Now, you mentioned the road that Adams Central's had. They have been prepared for a game like this. Westell was 6-3. They went down and played them, beat them in week 1 of the postseason. Then last week, an even further trip down to Shenandoah to face an even better team, and they handled them fairly decently with a 35-24 win. How does that road prepare them, and how much are they looking forward to this game, knowing that some people are going to underestimate what they've done so far this year and look at Monroe Central numbers and just be staggered by what they've done?
Yeah, definitely. You can look at it either they're going to be confident after the last 2 wins, or maybe they're a little bit beat up. We don't know. Meanwhile, Monroe Central has kind of had the easy road on that side of the bracket, so they're kind of coasting in. Maybe they're a little flat. So I think you can take it both ways. Adams Central being at home helps. Much like, we talked about some of the other teams being at home as well, like East Noble. So I think this helps them being at home, not have to get on a bus and go all the way to Monroe County to play Monroe Central. But it'll be very interesting to see what this Adams Central team can do offensively against a team that just has not given up much of anything. I think they've played Shenandoah. I think Monroe Central played Shenandoah late in the season, didn't give up hardly anything to them. The team that played Adams Central last week, reasonably tough. So it'll be interesting. I kind of want to see Monroe Central because you can look at the stats, but you're like, how are they doing it? Are they just humongous? Are they just very good schematically? So it'll be very interesting to see that team on Friday.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. I think Dwenger fans found that out last week. Because what are we getting with Mississinawa? We don't know who they played. We don't know what they're like. They're undefeated, but obviously that worked out pretty well for Dwenger. Maybe it will work out this week for Adams Central. Monroe on a Friday night is the place to be if you're a fan of 1A football.
For sure.
All right. We'll be back next week talking sectional championships. He's Justin. I'm Glenn. Thanks for watching Inside the Zone.